Welcome, my rainbow warriors, to this astrology healing for the Gemini within. The sun entered the sign of Gemini for a month, starting on 21st of May and ending on 21st of June. Gemini is a positive, masculine sign connected with thinking. Its personal creed is I think, and this sign rules the hands, breath, arms, and the lung area. To heal the twins within, start eating lentils, fruit, salad, fish, and vegetables, especially orange coloured foods such as oranges, pink grapefruit, peaches, and apricots, as these will loosen up the lungs to prevent mucus build-up. Drink plenty of water and carrot juice to keep the mucus moving, and start to consider cutting down on dairy products to reduce the overproduction of mucus. When choosing music for meditation, use the healing musical note A. The best aromatherapy oils to use are benzoin, bergamot, mint, caraway, dill, lavender, lemongrass, lily of the valley, peppermint, and sweet pea. The gemstone to use for this sign is agate, and flowers can also be used: lilac, azalea, and myrtle. The colours to use in aid with the healing process is yellow and blue. Their positive traits are being spontaneous, curious, sociable, and versatile. However, on the flip side, Geminis can be irresponsible, superficial, inconsistent, and over optimistic. Geminis are considered the seekers of knowledge. They are imaginative and have a strong desire to learn, to express themselves, and to tell stories. The sign of thinking, communicating, and distributing information. The Gemini lifestyle is characterized by diversity, motion, and collaboration with many different people. This behaviour is all a means to an end, and the end that Gemini seek is the truth. So the sun in this sign brings us information and news. Geminis will struggle with expressing exhaustion because they spend so much time running from place to place and never want to slow down, even when it's hurting their minds and body. So the affirmation for this month will be: I love and approve of myself, and I trust the process of life. I am safe. Gemini is governed by the planet Mercury, ruling our communication, versatility, expression, and intellect. The mercurial energy in Gemini gives the twins their desire to communicate, and combines with the element of mutable air, that communication is rapid, Ideas are picked up and put down, exchanges are quick fire, and knowledge is speedily digested. Communication, intellect, and awareness are Mercury's calling cards, as are logic and reasoning, our manner of thinking, and how we create and express our thought process. Mercury is the planet of conscious intelligence, and it will reveal how our memories work and how we choose to communicate conscious memories. It also tells us on what level we find communication satisfying, whether we speak only because we have to and would prefer to express ourselves by more tangible means, or whether we take real joy in having a good old chat. Talking, thinking, sharing are the three words that best sum up the action of Mercury. Because this planet implores us to express ourselves, when Mercury goes retrograde, that is, when it appears to loop backwards across the sky, our communications will be challenged. Body language is also ruled by Mercury, and its placement will tell you if you are a gesticular whose heart is shown in an open sitting stance, or whether you stand in a closed stance and don't give too much away. The sign Mercury is in is more than likely to be the sign your sun is in, because of them being 28 degrees apart from each other. Mercury is neither masculine nor feminine energy and assumes the gender of the sign it is in. It is the only planet that has this capability and is thought to bring reconciliation between the two sides of the personality. If you are at peace with Mercury, you are at peace with the communication within yourself, which is a powerful thing, because if you have the ability to understand why you do things, you have the ability to control your destiny. The sign in which Mercury falls describes the way you think and communicate. The house in which Mercury falls describes where you choose to express your intelligence and communication. Mercury represents all young people in your chart. Its occupation is writer and merchant. This planet rules the lungs and nervous system. Metal is Mercury. Food is wheat and bittersweet herbs. Colour is slate grey. And this planet governs Wednesday. Gemini is governed by the third house of communications and relatives. The third house describes your relationships to your siblings and your early schooling. It will describe how you relate to your siblings at home, peers at school, and even your neighbours, describing how we learn to relate in the past and how we get along with our workmates and colleagues now. It describes how we were educated in early life. So have a good look in your third house for complications if you experienced a difficult time at school. It also describes how we now process language and how our brain retains information, showing what style we communicate in, whether you are calm and lucid or frantic and confused. The third house also relates to short trips. The sun in the third house is where you want admiration, and this placement means you want it through communication. The moon in the third house means emotions are communicated easily, and Mercury in the third house makes people very good at school, and they excel in verbal and writing skills. So you could call this the house of intelligence and of all low level information that somebody gets throughout his or her life. In mythology, Mercurius was the Roman god of commerce, often serving as a mediator between the gods and mortals. Mercurius was the son of Jupiter, the supreme god of the sky, and Maya, goddess of the plains. He was a messenger god who dealt with people, goods, and messages, protecting merchants and travellers along their path. He was associated with the Greek god Hermes. Both gods had a caduceus, which is a crystal wand with two serpent snakes entwined, with golden wings at the top. They wore winged sandals to carry messages fast, and wore a winged helmet called Pegasus. The wand was given to him by Apollo and has become his symbol. Known for being cunning and shrewd, as well as a deceiver, he often pulled pranks on the unsuspected. Mercurius was barely a day old before he had fulfilled his birthright as god of the thief and had stolen Apollo's cattle. He made special cow shoes so no one could follow their tracks. Like Hermes, he escorted the dead to the underworld and fathered the twin layers, guardian gods of Rome. So, all in all, he was the god of science and business, communication, and even the internet, making him an ultra-modern god. Our breath, lung area, is connected to the throat, ether chakra, located in our neck, in the center. The fifth chakra governs communication and self-expression, helping us to speak our truth. Its function is authentic speaking and empathic listening. Our spiritual body is the fifth level of consciousness. Its function is self-knowledge. The agony of the fifth body is divine discontent. We look inside ourselves, meditate and search for ourselves, but never find out who we are. So the medicine for the spiritual body is silent meditation. This chakra gets blocked by the lies we have been told that creates beliefs which limit us from achieving the things we want in life. When out of balance, we are likely to be over talkative and to speak nothing in particular, making it difficult for us to listen. On the other hand, we are likely to be uncommunicative when this chakra is underactive, or we give unclear messages in our non-verbal communications. When in balance, we are considered and thoughtful with our communications and aware of how we affect those around us. To balance this chakra, start communicating effectively, meaning really listening to what another person is saying and showing empathy by trying to understand it from their perspective. We can't be empathic if, while listening, we are also filtering what is being said through our own prejudices, inadequacies, and fears. Give yourself a neck massage, chant mantras, or do yoga poses that focuses on the neck area. And most importantly, meditate on the fifth chakra. The throat chakra relates to the neck, shoulders, and arms, corresponding to the thyroid gland. During meditation, after taking a few deep breaths to ground and center yourself, visualize a light blue sphere spinning in the middle of your throat. See this light get brighter as you breathe in the life force from the cosmos. And as you breathe out, imagine all the old toxins releasing from your body as the colour red. Now visualize this sky blue light filling up your whole body. Taking a slow and deep breath, then breathe all the way out, exhaling all the olds that your body no longer needs to carry. Now you can imagine this blue light overspill out the top of your head, filling out into your auric field and space. See the light all around you, this dome of protection that prevents dark energies from entering, so you don't absorb what's not yours. You can now repeat your own mantra or affirmation to enhance this practice. When finished, just take a few deep breaths to bring yourself back and close down your chakras a little. You can also use candles or crystals to make this ritual your own. And all you have to do at the end is just bring your hands to your heart center in prayer pose. Bow down to yourself. Bow down to the God, the goddess that you really are. And just end with Namaste. In my next video, I will be talking about the sign Cancer, how to heal the cancer within. Have a great day, my brothers and sisters, or sleep, and I'll speak to you again in my next video. Love, light, and peace be with you all. One love. Namaste.